In 1975, we saved the sugar industry, replacing the reluctant UK-owned Tate & Lyle with Caroni Limited, and supported this industry for a further 30 years until the external markets finally disappeared. We converted Wallerfield, Carlsonfield, and Caroni into the nation's food basket. In the East-West corridor, we built the priority bus route. Chaguaramas, inherited at independence as a United States naval base, is no longer out of bounds to the local population because we fought and had the peninsula placed under the sovereignty of our new nation for use and enjoyment by all the people of Trinidad and Tobago. In the high inflation years of the 1970s and even today, we subsidized the cost of electricity, water, bus, sea and air transport to and from Tobago. We kept the cost of gasoline down so that all continue to enjoy the wealth of the land. We rescued our world-renowned Angostura bitters from being sold into the hands of Venezuelan business entrepreneurs and brought respect and dignity to the steel bandsman through corporate sponsorship, bringing an end to steel band clashes, carnival disturbances, and gang warfare. We introduced the Prime Minister's Best Village program, which unearthed numerous extraordinarily talented individuals. Our people continue to transform Carnival into the greatest show on earth. In furtherance of Caribbean unity and protection of our expanded markets, we made and continue to make significant contributions to the economic and financial challenges of our CARICOM neighbors, particularly in their times of financial stress. These are but a few of the major highlights of our exemplary achievements over the past 50 years. I have taken time to outline these achievements because I have found that many young persons in our society have either little or no appreciation for the historical foundations of our independent society, or have a distorted revisionist perspective on it. Our independence was achieved without a shot being fired against colonial rulers. But it has been tested time and again, and over the last 50 years, solidified and fortified by the sterling efforts of our leaders in government and civil society to build a united and strong nation. One of our major achievements for which we must all take credit is the preservation of national harmony as we acknowledge and celebrate our cultural, ethnic, racial, and religious diversity. To what can we as a people aspire over the next 50 years of our independence and beyond? Fellow citizens, in pointing the way forward, one thing is very clear. The time has come for all of us to focus on building Trinidad and Tobago. Ours must be a society which rejects mediocrity, greed, graft, and corruption. Our nation must be devoted to law and order, and the imperative of seriously reducing the spate of violence and lawlessness in our communities. Ours must be a caring society which abhors hatred, is intolerant of mistrust, indecency, and divisiveness, and one in which we must all join together once and for all in putting poverty to flight and living the words of our anthem, wherein we aspire that every creed and race will find an equal place. Our mission must be to strive to build a society based on fairness and excellence in thought and deed. The vision must be to restore Trinidad and Tobago to those values, moral and spiritual, which were once the hallmarks of our national endeavors. For after all is said and done, our maturity as a nation will be determined not by how many birthdays we celebrated, as symbolic as these milestones may be, but more by the quality of our achievements and the quality of our lives and the lessons which we have learned from our successes and mistakes. We will be judged by the ethical standards to which we subscribe. Our track record of successes and failures may have determined who we are today, but in the final analysis, we as a people are responsible for who we become. To the youth of our nation, you, our young people, must have absolute faith in the power of your potential. The most that any nation can do is to give you the start and the opportunity to develop. How you finish depends upon the use to which you put your vast potential. There are many Trinidadians and Tobagonians to inspire you to do good and to become the best that you can be. You can all climb to the top of your game or your profession, even becoming world-class or internationally recognized in your chosen field. Nothing and no one except you yourself should prevent you from aspiring to achieve greatness while ascending the stairway of success. To do so, you must immerse yourself with the passion for excellence in all that you do. Admittedly, as parents and leaders, too many of us have failed to set the right examples for our young people. Standards have fallen in all sectors, in the way we dress, the way we speak, the normal courtesies which we expect of each other, the way we write, the way we interact with one another, and worst of all, we no longer see ourselves as our brother's keeper. No wonder so many of our young people head in the wrong direction. They follow the example which we have set and accept these behavioral patterns as the new norm. Together, we need to address this. On this, the 50th year of our independence, I call upon my fellow parliamentarians to take the lead by enhancing the quality of debate in the Parliament, focusing our attention not on maligning, demonizing, slandering, or in scoring cheap political points, but rather on treating with the issues and ideas, the policies and the programs, the views and opinions which will enrich our lives, enlighten our minds, uplift our spirits, and make us a better people. Where there is haughtiness, let us replace it with humility. Honesty and fullness of information, cordiality and mutual respect must take precedence over animosity. Camaraderie must displace bitterness. Virtuosity must overtake venom. We must all be prepared to be held accountable for our individual actions or inactions. In addressing this major problem, we as adults must not fall prey to underestimating or undervaluing the wealth of wisdom, understanding, knowledge, and power which reside in the young people of our nation. It is our sacred responsibility to bridge the widening generation gap as we reach out to you. To those Trinidadians and Tobagonians abroad, I would like to say that we consider you as an essential component of our beloved nation. You may have taken up residence in some other land, but you are and will always be one of us, a valuable resource. Trinbagonians to the bone. I urge you to fly the flag wherever you are and take every opportunity to proudly promote our country and its people. We here at home always look forward to welcome you back, whether it is at Christmas, Carnival, on your retirement, or whenever. Fellow citizens, there is no doubt that regrettably, this golden jubilee of our independence comes at a time when our nation is facing an unprecedented degree of heightened uneasiness, deep uncertainty, and troubling turbulence. There's a yearning desire for good governance. The global economy is experiencing the worst recession in 75 years. The mood in the country reflects an abnormal level of disquiet and discomfort among us, all of which, to say the least, cannot be allowed to continue indefinitely. However, today is neither the time nor the occasion to dwell or expand on this, as urgent and expeditious as the demand for a solution may be. The time will come when, as leaders, we will all be judged way beyond the boundaries of the ballot box. Fellow citizens, there will be difficult days ahead, long ones, tedious ones, and treacherous obstacles too. But putting our country back on track will be one of the most mutually rewarding, self-satisfying, and enriching experiences any citizen of Trinidad and Tobago can enjoy. The virtue and value of accepting responsibility for the disturbed state of the nation reside in the humility which we display in admitting to our imperfections, and more importantly, in hastening to learn from the mistakes which we as a people have made, regardless of the ground on which we stand. But this is celebration time, and also an opportune time for reflection and introspection, and the time to look ahead as a united and resilient people. So, as we celebrate, let us together focus on the road that confronts us. Let us move forward together as one people, build on our legacy with goodwill to all. For together we aspire, together we achieve. Thank you for the opportunity to share these thoughts with you. Happy Golden Jubilee. God bless you all, and may God continue to richly bless our nation.